Hey guys, it's Nathan and welcome back to day 365 of 1 year with me. If you go by technical standards, this should be the final day of the project, but it's not. Because I do have the finale tomorrow on my actual birthday, which you guys will probably be seeing this on June 2nd. I'm recording this really late at night because my plans today went a little bit later than I anticipated them. But yeah, so I'm really kind of nervous about this. I'm doing the same thing I did exactly one year ago today, excuse me. So 1 year ago, I sat down in this exact spot on this same little chair in front of a relatively similarly decorated dresser, and I recorded a Q&A as kind of a day 0 to 1 year with me. And I had all my friends ask me questions on Facebook, and I answered as many of them as I could in a video while trying to keep it kind of short. So I'm going to do the same thing right now. I can't guarantee this is going to be short because I do have a lot of stuff to talk about, and there is going to be a tie-in day at the end still, so go ahead and stick around to the end. But yeah, get ready for the finale tomorrow. I really hope you guys enjoy it. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading the questions off of Facebook. I'm going to try to answer as many as I can, and that should be all of them. So let's go ahead and get into this right here. The first question comes from my friend Tyler, and he has two questions. He says, first, how do you feel where you are today compared to last year? And then secondly, he asked, has a lot changed, good or bad, or are things relatively the same? So those are both really good questions. The first one, I feel fantastic right now. I mean, I'm mainly just really proud of myself that I stuck to the end on this. I honestly felt like back when I started, I knew I was going to finish this. Like, it was one of those things that like I just wasn't going to let myself falter in. And you know, about halfway through, I had doubts. Like, there was a day that I missed, and I just debated stopping because only like one person watched my videos every day, and it was just like, you know what? No, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm not gonna back off from this. And so I feel really good about that. And you know, in my personal life, things have improved too, and that's kind of in relation to the second question, if things changed, good or bad. I feel like a lot of stuff has changed for the better this year. You know, I worked on my friends and my friendships and like who I talk to and who I trust and who I associate with. I worked a lot on just being happier myself. You know, I left my old job, I got a new job that I absolutely adore, I started having more fun, I took a semester off of school to figure my things out, I got my associate's degree, like just everything for the most part has been really good this past couple months and this past year. So overall I'd say things changed for good, for the better. So yeah, that's about as accurately as I can answer that, I think. So thanks, Tyler, for the question. The first question from my friend Lisa is, will you come back to The Observer? I think that chapter is behind me, and that's not meant with any ill intent or anything. It's just I don't need to go back to ECC anymore. Since I have my associate's degree now, I'll be getting it in about a month. I don't need to go back, and you know, as much as I love the guys at The Observer, I absolutely loved my time there. I think I'm done with it. I think my time is past, and you know, I kind of knew that when I wasn't going to go back the second semester this year. I had overstayed a little bit, and so I think that was a good decision to leave. You know, I think it was time for me to move on, but I definitely enjoyed my time there, and I still love you guys. Thanks for missing me, and I'm glad you want me to come back. My friend Steven asks, what's your honest take on the Nazi Captain America or the Hydra Captain? Hail Hydra. My friend Henry asks, when Nathan from last year leveled up into the Nathan of this year, where did all the skill points go? In other words, and in his words, where have you grown the most? And I would say, overall, I've just kind of grown as a person, I would say, just completely in general. I know that's really kind of a cop-out answer, but I feel like I've gotten better at speaking and, you know, slowing myself down, speaking more coherently, talking about my thoughts honestly and openly. I feel like I've really improved like my level of happiness. You know, I was kind of miserable last year, especially like in the middle of the summer and stuff, and going back to school, I was kind of weighed down with a lot of stuff, and I feel like I just started letting myself go and have fun, and I feel like that's really improved just my overall self-esteem and my happiness level. So just everything, I guess, across the board has been improved. There are little tiny things that have slipped up, but they're so, you know, insignificant. So overall, if I had to pick where the couple skills went, I would say into happiness and dedication, definitely, for doing this. And yeah, that's about it. But overall, I would just say I think I just leveled up my total level as a person. So thanks, Henry, for the question. Cameron asks, where are you right now? I'm at soup. Thanks, Cam, for the question. Annie asks, what's your favorite color? Either blue or Overwatch gold, as I'm calling it now. It's like that lightish, like that lightish yellow-orange color, this color. So my favorite two colors have usually always been blue and orange, but I would say like blue and gold probably is my favorite too. Thanks, Annie, for the question. My friend Ryan asks, will you miss doing these videos? Of course, dude. Of course I'm going to miss doing these. You know, it's really good to help me grow as a person, like just to sit down and do these every single day. I feel like I get to open up. I've been more honest with myself and with my friends about what's been going on. And I feel like this has really helped me grow, and I'm going to miss doing that every day. Now, I'm not going to like entirely stop doing videos ever. Like I definitely want to do YouTube some more in whatever form that might take. And my friend Lisa asks next, will you continue doing videos? But that's something I'm going to talk about tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, in terms of doing this project every day for a year, I'm definitely going to miss it. I won't miss having to stay up until like midnight getting these rendered and uploaded, but that's kind of my own fault. So I'll miss recording them and like getting to do this overall. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave that. So yeah, I'll miss it a lot. Trevor asks, if you could be any character or live in any world, whether it's from movies, TV, comics, whatever, Doctor Who not included, so he knows, who or what would it be, and who would you be, and why? So I have two kind of answers for this, because you know there's a lot of places I would want to live. Like I would want to live in the world of Pokemon super badly. I'd want to live in Doctor Who, but he doesn't allow that, so unfortunately I can't pick that one. I would want to live in the world of Destiny. I would want to live in the world of Overwatch, of Borderlands. There's so many things. But I have to say, I would really want to live in either Star Wars or the DC television universe with like Supergirl, Flash, and Arrow and stuff. If I was in the DC universe, I would want to be a superhero. I would really want to be a superhero. I don't know what I would do, but I would just want to be a superhero in some way, shape, or form. If I was in Star Wars, I would live and I would want to be a Jedi in some way, shape, or form. Or I would want to be kind of like Finn, you know, just a doof who kind of got sucked into everything, who gets to be a hero, and I think that's a really cool storyline. So I hope that answers the question correctly. But yeah, I would have to say Star Wars or the DC TV universe. But yeah, there's so many I can't possibly pick. So those are the two I can think of off the top of my head. Thanks, Trevor, for the question. And then the next question comes from Teddy. And Teddy asks, if I could tell myself something, like myself from a year ago, what would I tell myself? Don't worry about stuff so much. You can see last year and looking through a lot of the videos, and even still like recently, you can see that I got worried about a lot of random stuff that really didn't matter in the long run. And you know, I got worried about like just everything, and I wouldn't let myself calm down and just have some fun. And that's honestly what I would tell myself and what I would tell everybody out there is just don't worry about stuff. You know, you have so much time to figure things out and to, you know, be who you want to be, that worrying about the small stuff really doesn't matter. So just don't. There's nothing really else that I can say other than just don't worry about stuff so much. So I would definitely tell that to myself. I feel like that would have helped a lot way back in the beginning of the year. So thank you, Teddy, for the question. And then last but not least, I have a comment from my friend Ben, who said he didn't really have a question, but he wanted to say props for doing this for a year. So thanks, Ben. Appreciate it. The last question is not actually on Facebook. It was asked by my friend Lauren, and she asked this about a couple days ago, so I've had some time to think about it. And she asks, you know, what was the best point and the worst point for you during this year? And I had to do some thinking about this because there weren't too many days that stood out as like really terrible days. And I mean, there were a couple, and the one that I'm going to talk about specifically what I would consider the low point. The high point is what I'm going to talk about for my flashback day. So the low point, I would say, I think it was day 75. I had a freak out kind of where I was just really worried about like life and death and all that stuff. And that really messed with me for a couple days. You know, my depression really kicked in for a while, and I just felt terrible and slugged down, and just I wasn't myself for like a week, and that was really not fun. Like, you know, no matter what I was doing, it just wasn't making me happy. And you know, that led to some of the drama with the Destiny guys and just stuff outside of that at work and just in friendships, and everything just was not good during that week. And it was mainly my fault. Like, it was just me feeling bad about stuff, and I feel like that was probably the lowest I've been in a while. And you guys can see that too. Like, one of the things about recording these is I have to be open and honest, and you guys can tell when I'm not. At least I think so anyway, because when I'm on camera and I'm not feeling good, you guys can tell. Like, there's body language that changes, voice that changes, expressions that change, and that all comes down to just me not coming across correctly. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell when I'm feeling bad opposed to when I'm feeling good, like right now. So I think that was probably the lowest point I've been, and you guys can tell that, and I can tell it, especially watching those videos back. But yeah, I think that was probably the lowest. So going from the lowest to the highest, and I'm going to do this for my flashback day, is day 292 when I edited the whole montage for C2E2. So technically I'm cheating and it was the whole weekend, but C2E2 was exactly what I was looking for. It was everything I needed and more. It cheered me up so much just because I got to go and have fun. It was a vacation for once where I got to just go and dress up as Kylo Ren and the guy from Minecraft and Superboy, and I got to just have fun and talk to other nerds and see all this cool nerd stuff. I got to hang out with all the Destiny guys, all my friends, and it was so good. I just had such an incredible time that weekend, and I had such a fun time editing that montage. Getting footage for that was awesome, and I feel like that was probably my favorite video just to make in general across the whole year. And I feel like that whole weekend just, it got me so happy. And you can see that at the end when I talk about how it was like the best weekend of my life. It really was, man. Like, it was just so good all the way across. I had so much fun, and I couldn't even begin to describe anymore how great that was for me. And so yeah, I guess that's probably my high point, is, you know, that kind of carried me through the rest of the year, I would say. You know, it gave me something to look back on with fondness, and I really enjoyed it. So I guess that's my low and high point for the year, and that's my flashback day, is day 292 when I did the whole montage. So thanks, Lauren, for the question. I really hope that answered it correctly. But yeah, tomorrow is it. And probably by the time you're seeing this, it will be day 366. It'll be the final day, I guess, of 1 year with me. And you guys will see that tomorrow morning. I'm going to get up and record and get the whole thing done. So, yeah, I guess that's been it. I've been 20 years old for a year now, and I can't thank you guys enough for joining me on this journey. Just stick around tomorrow for the finale, because it's going to be really cool. And all I can say again is thank you guys very much for watching. Please subscribe to follow the journey, and check me out on Facebook if you want to keep up. And for the last time, I will see you guys tomorrow.